Hey adventurers, this is Mark and welcome to Adventure Pass and welcome to Throwback Thursday. Today we are going to remember Disneyland's famous People Mover. The People Mover, now, if you never got to ride that ride at Disneyland, you might look at old footage and think, wait, this was just a slow moving ride through Tomorrowland. And honestly, yes, it was. But that is exactly why people loved it. The People Mover was not trying to be the fastest ride in the park. It was not trying to scare you. It was not trying to be the biggest thrill. It was relaxing. It elevated the tour through Tomorrowland, and somehow that made it feel so peaceful, so futuristic, and one of the best Disneyland attractions. I remember growing up as a kid going to the parks with my friends. Um, we would go on the People Mover when we wanted to take a break, when we were tired. We would ride it multiple times. I remember doing that, and yeah, it was great. It was a ride we could always go on that wouldn't have a really long wait, and we could just enjoy our time. And a lot of good memories on the People Mover. Um, Now, the People Mover, it was part of the a transportation system. It was part of a sightseeing ride. It was a part of a futuristic dream, and that's what really made it so special. Because sometimes the best Disney attractions are not the ones that make you scream, right? Sometimes they're the ones that slow down, that let you take everything in, and you feel like you're inside a place that can only exist at Disneyland. Uh, and the People Mover also had that classic Tomorrowland energy. It represented optimism. It felt like the future was clean, efficient, exciting. The idea was very simple. Okay. Um, it was that you can be connected to Walt's bigger ideas about transportation and the future. And Tomorrowland at that time, right, was not just supposed to be a collection of rides, it was supposed to be a glimpse at what Tomorrowland could look like. And the People Mover made that fit perfectly. And for many Disney fans, the People Mover was also a great reset attraction. You can get off your feet, like I mentioned, escape the crowds for a bit, and enjoy the park from a different angle. Um, the Disneyland People Mover ran nearly for 3 decades before closing on August 21st in 1995. It was later replaced by Rocket Rods, which opened in 1998 and closed in 2000. And that's where the story gets really a little bit more interesting. Rocket Rods was supposed to bring speed and excitement to the old People Mover track. Instead of, going through it very slow, guests would race along the track in a futuristic vehicle. Now, on paper, that sounded exciting, but the original People Mover track was not really designed for that high-speed type of race. The turns were tight, the structure was older, and the ride developed a reputation for technical problems and downtime. Rocket Rods only lasted about 2 years. I remember there was a lot of downtime on the Rocket Rods, but it still was a great ride when they changed that over to where, oh, the People Mover is going to go so much faster now, and it's gonna be like a race. I thought that idea was awesome, but it did only last for a couple of years. Um, so what makes People Mover so fascinating today is that when you walk through Tomorrowland at Disneyland, you can still see the elevated track. It's still there. It's sitting above Tomorrowland, almost like a ghost of Tomorrowland's past. Um, the People Mover has become more than just a former ride. It is a symbol of what a lot of people miss about Tomorrowland. Um, they miss that kinetic motion, right? It was just one of those things that made Tomorrowland feel alive. And I think growing up, being a kid, and being part of that, it just made the whole Tomorrowland experience awesome. And that's just really one of the things that I remember about Tomorrowland is the People Mover, right? From back in the day. Um, Now, today, when fans talk about bringing the People Mover back, I think they're just not talking about one ride. I think they're talking about the whole Tomorrowland feel, right? About having that movement, that whole feature aspect. And I think that's why that attraction still matters. And I think it'd be personally, I think it'd be a great idea if they brought back the People Mover and if they made it modern, um, a modern version of it. Whether they added new screens, they touched up the track, the ride. I think there's something. I think there's something there. And every day, the track is there, and when you go to the park and you see it elevated above there, it's kind of teasing you. Like it's like, hey, still here. I want to come back. But yeah. Uh, but yeah, personally, I think, a modern People Mover could be incredible if Disney treated it as more than just a nostalgic ride. I think it could be a way to bring back some life and movement into Tomorrowland, and to give guests that relaxing experience again, that I think, Tomorrowland is missing. All right, my friends. That is going to be it for our Throwback Thursday. A little stroll through memory lane and the People Mover in Tomorrowland. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe and like button, and don't forget to put a comment below. What is your thought about the People Mover? Did you have a chance to experience it back in the day? And if so, what'd you think? Do you miss it? And if we were to bring it back today, what would you like to see? Anyways, I appreciate your comments, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next adventure. Take care, my friends. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.